Hey, boss lady. I was on my YouTube page and I came across some text messages that you and somebody's ex were having. So I figured, let's go over them. You know what though? Before we do, I have a question. How does it feel to be so wrong all the time? I mean, not just about Villain, right? Because when you came out, you were saying all kinds of shit about Lisa, about yourself, all of that. And it was all a lie. You would think, like, if you were caught in a lie, that you would just stop talking about it. Because we know you're not going to take accountability. So you would think you'd just be like, instead of embarrassing yourself over and over again, No, of course not. Okay, let's start at the top, as you can see. Boss lady. Okay. Why you keep lying so much? Because that's what she does. You keep telling people I've spoken with you is wild. Get off of Marge's dick. Weird. I agree. It is weird. Boss liar. Is that what I said though? Okay. Or you heard that. Yeah, we heard you say it. You know that your lives are recorded, right? Okay. And Margie has a dick? Wow, thanks. And fuck that jobless, homeless bum. Ma'am, I have a career and I make 6 figures. You literally said out your mouth. That's not what John told me. Shaking my head. Oh, I drive a Mercedes Benz. What car do you got? You realize Benz are junk cars. Do you live in a... Well, oh, shit. I'm assuming it says halfway house. A Benz is a shit car that you could never, That's why you're a little butthurt. And listen, I don't know if you just like to be like wrong and like to lie all the time. I think you like to like rage bait. That's what I think. Only you don't have the same effects as like a Gabby. You know what I'm saying? And it irritates you because you are irrelevant. Nobody is listening. You would think for somebody who wanted to build a TikTok page that you would realize that the shit that you're doing isn't working. Was that what you were trying to do? Because if so, success. Okay. I live in a sober living because I needed help with my addiction and I was man enough to go get help. You slander. That's weird. Very weird. And we're very proud of you, John. Look at you. You cut trees. I run... Okay. Let me stop. You cut trees. I run companies. Better yet, what does Margie do? You wish you knew, huh? Says the person who doesn't own one. Big facts. Well, you want to compare apples to oranges, so let's go. I would never own one. My brother's a mechanic. Benz are cheap and made cheap. Resales cheap. Something no. So you equate being even a manager, which you're a shift lead, even a manager, you run companies. That's what you do. No, that's what like KB does. You nothing close to it, ma'am. Do you know how many? I was a manager of a Halloween store for years. It was seasonal because I worked for the main company, which was Party USA, but Party City bought it out. But I don't run around here talking about I run companies. You know what I noticed what you do? You over exaggerate. I'm assuming to like compensate for something, maybe your life, I don't know. But here's the funny part is you live in an apartment. No shade. I've lived in apartments before. However, I didn't act like I lived in a fucking mansion, right? And I guarantee you, if somebody handed you keys to a fucking Benz, you would take it. I would. Are you too good for a Benz, ma'am? The fuck out of here. I don't cut trees. Wrong again. Bro, this is why you always wrong. Ask a question, get a reply. Stop assuming. I run the sales division for a multi-million-dollar residential tree service. I don't do the labor. I run the sales department. Weird as fuck. Why not try night classes? Your verbiage is telling. Bro. He's a man. That's how like a lot of men talk. But I wouldn't expect you to understand because you probably don't talk to a lot of men, you know? Okay, some verbiage is messed up here, but I'm just going to read as is. For what I make $140K a year birthing, you can say to me here is going to strike a nerve with me. Stop lying on people. Stop that shit. It's childish. Get the facts right. That's why Marg does better than you, because she gets facts right. She don't make shit up. That's what you do. Get the facts, ask questions. Nothing you say to me is going to upset me, lady. She's homeless and jobless? How could she do better? Are you saying she's a scammer? That's what that sounds like. She's not a nurse. She doesn't have a psych degree. So I had to go reread what I just read, because what part made you think that he was saying she was a scammer? It's like your brain created something that wasn't there. Is it just me? And we know that she's not a nurse. She has said it herself on her YouTube page. You know, all that stuff is on her page. Yeah, you know, Miss Paralegal and all. I would think that it'd be very easy to go to somebody's YouTube page and find it. Just like that. And where do you get that she's jobless and homeless? Where do you know she showed her bank statements on a live? That's on her YouTube page, right? She just moved into her new place. Did you miss that too? You seem to miss a lot. Just saying. Moving on. Her racist ass said she would curb stomp somebody. Well, did that somebody deserve it? Wait, does it make her racist because she said that? Or are you saying she's racist for something else? Where in the hell did you get racist from? Can you point me to that direction? Okay. Give me her address so I can serve her. But aren't you like a paralegal? A great detective? You can't find it yourself? I mean, don't you know her full name? She said her full name multiple times on her YouTube page. Anyway, since she's so successful, you got so much hate for one person for what? It's weird. You posted a pic of me with a chick from years ago. That's weird. I agree. That is weird. I got a lawyer and judge that would love to speak to her. Okay. Who said she was successful? She's just doing better than you. Facts. Hate? She's garbage. No, ma'am. Somebody who lies, says misinformation, and tries to portray themselves as something that they are not, that's garbage. And John's right. You have so much hate for a random stranger on the internet. And I know people like to think that I hate the people that I cover, but I don't, because I don't have that type of energy for people I don't know. I can dislike somebody's actions, but I'm not going to hate you personally. Yeah. Nobody has that type of power over me, but looks like you can't say the same. She will never be better. She's garbage. Trash. Toothless, homeless, jobless, bum. You got what? LOL. No, you don't. Look at you, getting so upset. You have the emotional maturity of a toddler. Oh, so you aren't dating that girl? Interesting. Do you have something against people with dentures or who are missing teeth? Kind of sounds like body shaming, which is strange because I've heard you say time and time again how you don't agree with body shaming, right? But that's just another thing that you lie about, right? See, someone like you who has to lie to try to make people like them, well, they're only unhappy with themselves. And that is very clear. So stick around. Part 2 is coming up. Part 2. I haven't seen her in years. Want me to help you? Here, let me help you. Nah, enough seen. Just get me an address. We can see who's doing better. For what? What is your weird obsession? Margaret is a lying POS. She scams money off of old ladies because she can't keep a job. I have her background after she came at my kids. She went after your kids? Where? Show me. You know, there are people in my DMs who don't like Villain. They send me things all the time. We have conversations about it. And if there is something that I know is a lie, I go to her YouTube page, grab it, and send it to them. And even them can admit when they are wrong. Just like that. And sometimes we agree to disagree, but it's fine. But you overlook things on purpose. Why? To make yourself feel better? I'm just wondering. Because I kind of find it very hard to believe that if Villain was a scammer, why is she able to raise as much money as she can for other people? Why is that? Why would anybody send her money if they thought she was a scammer? Every time she's done a fundraiser, she's posted it on her YouTube page. Like, this is, I feel crazy talking about this. The fuck out of here. Okay. You probably see so much of her in yourself. That's why you hate her so much, because you hate yourself. Ooh. You fuck with my kids. I don't stop until I get my lawsuit. Right. I've never been toothless, homeless, or jobless. I can't even read these messages because you're cursing and being vulgar. Where's your class? Probably with her dignity and respect. I see no cuss words. John, I'm going to have to disagree with you a little bit. I see none of Boss Lady in Villain at all. Not even in the slightest. But I do agree that she hates herself, because any person that can go to this lengths has to be unhappy with something in their lives. Nobody that is happy with themselves or their lives does this type of stuff. So, you getting too high this morning, Mr. Bing Bong? Okay. I thought your job was babysitting kitties. People who are homeless and jobless are people too. They're human, so they're trash. Don't not see how bad this looks for you. I watched your live last night and you spoke about helping people, but okay. But then go and slander the ones that need help, the homeless bums. This message, chef's kiss, because you are absolutely right. Boss Lady likes to get on here and say how she helps so many people. She does so many good deeds. She has helped countless people get sober, right? But then you say things like you're getting too high this morning to a recovering addict. You see how that's, you talk shit calling somebody homeless like it's a diss. You're gross. Like, and he's right. This does make you look bad. I wouldn't want no help from you, man. No. She chooses to be homeless and leech off old ladies. I cover scammers. Is that what you do? That's why I cover Margaret. You cover them? Ma'am, you get the facts wrong, though. Your coverage is terrible. I'm just outside looking in. Go sell your bins, in quotation marks, or her coochie glasses and help the homeless. I feed the homeless all the time when I can. A Boss Lady, talk is cheap. It really is. And you're a liar. So how about this? How about you prove to us how many people you have helped go to rehab, get clean and sober? Why don't you prove that you have helped people? I'm sure you got receipts, right? And I'm sure that if you help people get sober, that they would be honored to get on here and speak for you, right? I would. If somebody helped me got sober, I would have no problem getting on here to brag about how wonderful they are. Can you do that? You don't know what the fuck we do off this app. You have no idea. And let me tell you something. Even people who choose to be homeless, they're still not trash. You don't know what kind of mental illness people have that puts them in the situations that they are in. But you don't care, though. You don't care. You're too busy pretending on the internet to care about anybody else. Let's really be honest here. LMAO, you are obsessed. It's wild to me. You cover scammers, but you can't get the facts right like ever. Nah, I haven't done a video on her in a while. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. You feeling left out? I'm making sure I throw a wrench in her Thanksgiving and Christmas funds. Now you know that's a lie. You're not able to make those card payments. Need Marky to scam people for you? No, I just seen you talking about me last night and I saw your pic you post of me and my homie. A chick I used to date years ago online tried to make it seem like it was recent. Oh, okay. I'll merge the pics of you and Marg on the couch together. You'll merge it? Okay. Make my car payments. I don't know where you're getting your info and why you tried to talk shit to me like I've done something to you. I thought you haven't made a video about, oh, okay, so wait, you haven't made a video about her in a while, but, posts and lives, that don't count? Is that what you're saying? What is wrong with you? Seriously. Because do you know how ridiculous you look doing this? Honestly, do you know how ridiculous? If you're going to find something about anybody, at least get it right. At least throw things at them that they have actually done. So that way you don't look goofy as shit all over the internet. Just a little advice. LOL. It's wild to me that you need to manufacture proof. Grow up. For real though. Manufacture proof? Oh no, honey. I pay for real proof, girl. And she tells on herself. And be careful what you say on those video games. You are such an angry and jealous person. I'm a sneaky bitch that does my homework well. Ask Kelly Tucker. Ma'am, you tell on yourself every time you open your mouth. The fact that you can sit here and say you do work research well, you're sitting on here asking this man for her address. You said you had her whole background, but you can't find her address. You ain't paying for shit, bitch. You can barely afford what you have. And look, times are hard. People struggle. But don't sit here acting like you got something that you don't. Like, if you don't have it, you don't have it. It's funny though, because I've watched you say things how you're so poor and oh, we all struggle, and then in the same breath talk about how you pay for information. Bitch, worry about your bills. It's that deep. Look, it's that deep that you're literally stalking this man's page. You don't think that makes you look unhinged? He has nothing to do with the internet. Nothing. But you were mad though when W contacted your baby daddy, right? You didn't like that though, right? But it's okay when you do it. Right? Okay. All right. Never. Just intelligent. And when you mess with my kids, ... I have not played any video games in forever, weirdo. Jesus, you love to be wrong. That's what it is. Baby boy, that's all your page is. Duh. Is someone uploading videos to your page? That doesn't mean I play currently. Jesus Christ. Why are you looking up Beanie Mama on Facebook for? Best stay away from. Those are video games in my on this day, LMAO. You did back in February. In case you haven't noticed, I haven't posted a recent game clip in a long time. John, do you have kids? What, you don't know? 9 months ago. Do you have kids? Wild. You stalk his page. You should know if he has kids or not. The amount of shit that you know is on his page is concerning. And the fact that you can tell him to stay away from somebody else's page while you actively stalk his is concerning. Ma'am, you need help. If you have a problem with somebody, keep it with them. I think 2 more videos should finish this up. We'll see. Margie says that all the time. You must spend too much time with her. When you have kids, come talk to me. OMG, I have 4 kids, you dummy, just because you don't talk about them on the internet. Dummy? Wow, did I disrespect you? I don't have to speak on my kids. I let the weird people from here try to figure that out. You called me a bum. Okay. You know, you don't have to be around somebody constantly to say the same verbiage, to have the same mannerisms. I have people that I grew up with that I don't speak to anymore, that we still talk the same, have the same lingo. And maybe you haven't been close enough to people for this to be a thing for you. And did you disrespect him? Yes, you disrespected him. You're stalking his whole life. You're telling him all about his social media platforms, lying on him, telling him how he can't pay for this. And yes, you're disrespecting him. He doesn't have anything to do with this internet. You keep bringing him up. What does he have to do with anything in our community? Even if him and Villain were together, he doesn't have nothing to do with our community. You see how that works? You called me a bum. And what would you do if I started talking about their names, ages, and something traumatic that happened to them? Then you said I can't make my car payments. I called Margie a bum. You think it's okay to post trauma that happened to a minor child? Yo, no wonder why you are struggling. You can't get the facts straight. They're right about you. You think it's okay to laugh at me being sexually assaulted? When have I laughed at you? You're deflecting, John. Sounds like you're deflecting, ma'am. Because I've seen you do these things. I sure have. You talk about your own children. You talk about Lisa's kids. You talk badly about addicts, call them junkies, people who don't have jobs. You think that you're higher than everybody else. And hey, maybe you don't, but that's the impression I get from you, boss lady. So I think you're the one deflecting. Do you need help? Do you need help? Anything that I say, I have seen you do. So do you need me to grab the clips and post them so that way you can see what I'm talking about? Maybe if you see it visually, you can, it'll click. Maybe. Did I say you? I said, what would you do if someone did that to your kids? You're so angry. Not at all. I type fast. Sorry. Go back up and read. I have you literally mocked me for cutting grass. Okay, I apologize. You were bragging, so I had to cut you down a size. Don't apologize for that. Apologize for assuming and being wrong. Cut him down a size. Ma'am, he is a recovering addict who is doing good for himself. Let that man brag. You don't like it? Why is that? You do know that if you want something, you can go get it. If you're jealous, can't handle other people's success, maybe level up. Stop assuming shit. Dude, your pic is of the tree service. That don't mean I cut them. Right. Ditto. Do you smoke a lot of weed? What? I don't have to assume about you, ma'am. You posted a pic of me and a friend of mine. I called you out because it's being completely off base with your narrative, and this is where we landed. It was sent to me. A lot of it is sent to me because no one has the balls to cover Margaret. Just because it was sent to you, that means you run with it? Facts. I'm trying to get her into court. Yup. Don't you fact check? No, she doesn't. She doesn't fact check. She doesn't research. She doesn't do any of that. And that's very clear by the things that she has said. And here's the thing. Boss Lady has been proven to be a liar. Not just with Villain, okay? Maybe if this was coming from somebody credible, it would have some weight. But it's not. You see how that works? We have watched her lie about Lisa, lie about herself and other people. So why would anybody listen? She could tell the truth and nobody would believe her because she's lied so much. And he has a picture of a tree service, so that's what you thought automatically. So if I put a picture of a football team, does that mean I play football? If I post a picture of Google, does it mean I own Google? I run it? You see, that's why you got to do research. That's why you got to look into things. You can't just assume. That's what he's trying to tell you. I mean, it's a real pic. I ran it through ChatGPT. Okay, Gabby. Investigative journalism that doesn't investigate or do research. That's you right now. Oh, I have tons of research. You would be shocked. It is a real pic in her. I dated her years ago. Most is waiting for court. I don't lose it. You don't lose in court? Are you sure about that? Why do people say this? Why? Like, is that supposed to be intimidating? And ma'am, I thought you were a paralegal. You don't know how to get somebody in court? That's fucking weird. And ChatGPT, that's how you do your research. I mean, it helps. Don't get me wrong. ChatGPT is the shit. But you gotta do more than that, ma'am. You think you would know with all this research you have? Okay. Not years. While Mark and I were fighting, I met that woman, and you're trying to make it seem like it's recent. That's not okay. I can find her if you want. You don't want to bet on that. Oh, did that picture piss you off? There you go, cursing again. No. Don't contact anybody. That woman has nothing to do with this. That's fucking weird. Like, it's so crazy to me that so many people on the internet is always like, leave family out of it. Don't go real life. But you, ma'am, you go real life. Most people on this internet do. Why? If you have a problem with me, bring it to me. And if you can't handle it, then don't start problems. It's that simple. Okay, I'll find her using a facial scan. What? No, that's fucking weird. Piss? Go ahead, find her. I let my 11-year-old say that. It's not bad. I found Margaret's non-existing nursing license and Kelly's non-existing massage license. And then, oops, found her ads on Backpage. Yeah, I'm sure that's how that went. How did you find something that's non-existent? Facts. If it's not existing, there would be nothing to find. Weird as fuck. I found proof. She don't get it. I found proof. Are you high? I'm serious. No disrespect. I'll dumb down my verbiage for you, I guess. I live in a sober living. This combo is over. You're just a disrespectful little girl who's jealous of Margaret. Just because you are so jealous of her and her stuff, I'm buying her all new shoes and sunglasses. Stay tuned, silly goose. I keep forgetting that you're dating Margaret, little girl. Coochie glasses? You're an angry little girl with high school jealousy vibes. Oh my gosh, that's facts. I don't need a man to support me. Guess her fundraising isn't going well. I'm not even gonna block you. Just watch and stay jealous. No problem, Bing Bong 187. And I'll post you in the side piece. That's, oh my gosh. Go ahead, LOL. Also, make sure you post the part where me and Margaret went to Morgan Wallen, LOL. Except that I have the tickets to my ex-GF, who I was really taking to Morgan, not Margaret. LMAO, you're never gonna get it right. I don't think she wants to get it right. I think she has so much hate and jealousy that if there's proof in her face, she'll overlook it. I think she gets off on this shit, to be honest. And boss lady, I don't ever want to hear you complain about anybody contacting anyone you know, talking about you, or even giving misinformation, because you lost that privilege when you decided to do this. So if you don't want it done to you, don't do it to anybody else. Otherwise, you can't complain about it. And we're continuing on. LMAO. 915 followers. I'd be upset at Mark too if I were you. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I didn't know y'all went to Morgan Wallen. I'm not the one that showed that proof because I've been private, baby doll. I don't buy my followers. LMAO. But you ran with it. Thinking you had something. Shaking my head. And I have a career. I don't grift for money on TikTok. All jokes aside, Villain didn't go to the Morgan Wallen concert. In fact, John didn't go neither. The girl that he was supposed to take, they stopped talking. So he sent his ticket back to her. He showed the proof of that. Did you miss that part? Oh, that's right. You were private. You know what I find weird, though, is that you said you didn't even know about the Morgan Wallen concert, but you knew somebody showed proof of it. Okay. She's a bum and homeless, but buys followers. The contradiction is real. I travel all over the country for my new job. I'm sure you do. LMAO, what job is that? Stalking and posting fake news? You travel all over the country for your new job? How about this? The next time you are somewhere, every time you travel, why don't you show us? Why don't you show us each place you go to? How about that? That would be good content. Something new, right? I just think it's funny that you brag about, running companies and having this career when your company that you were running closed down. They didn't take you with them. Why is that? I mean, you were so good at your job, right? Why didn't they take you with them? Yep, scams money off old ladies and has to live in people's spare bedrooms. Why are you so mad? 'Cause I'm the one that proved y'all are together? It's okay. I'm going to try to explain this, okay? A man and a woman who used to date can still be friends without being together. And I know everybody was still up in arms about this RO. However, that RO was a safety net. He's doing good right now. But as a recovering addict, you know that anything can happen. So it was in place just in case. Does that make sense? Probably not. She did not want to get somebody in trouble for doing her a favor. It's that simple. I don't know why it's being stirred up into something so much bigger. I don't understand that. And she didn't want to bring it to the internet because it's nobody's business. But you had to try so hard to find something on her that you're throwing anything at the wall. That's how I'm looking at it. Okay? But now what? The RO is gone. And they're still not together. So. Okay, believe what you want. You've already shown the whole internet you can't get it right, so your exposed career is poop. Just embrace it. Is that so? I embrace my 5,500 weekly salary, weirdo. Stay working and weird. And the denture giveaway? Goofy. You're a whole goofy. Facts. And the trial fund? Am I missing something? The denture giveaway hasn't started. It hasn't started. No money has been sent for it. The lady kept holding it off. There is now a new person in line for that. Nothing has started yet. This is all on the internet. You don't even have to talk to her personally to know this. And the trial fund? The trial is over. That money went to the trial. The receipts are on her YouTube page. She was very transparent for that. She didn't raise that for herself. She raised that for victims so they can watch justice be served. Is it just me? Like, at this point, all of this is just malicious. That's just my opinion. Because the proof is there. It is there. You're just looking over it. And you're doing it on purpose. And the WTF lawyer fund and the DV fund. I'm a whole goofy. Now I see what you see in Margaret. You're so dumb that you don't even know what the whole internet already knows. I paid for her attorney. Look at the names. Silly goose. Paid for whose Addie? Why she needs an Addie for?
Literally, Villain came on here and said that she did not support that GoFundMe that W did. That had nothing to do with Villain whatsoever. In fact, she got on here and called W out, asking her, where is that money? There's a whole live about it with text messages. And the DV fund, I have the proof on my YouTube that I made in a video that I did of you. So you can find it there, and you can find it on Villain's page. Can you try to like find something that the proof is not already out there, you know? Because I'm not joking. You're making yourself look so foolish. I mean, I'm being honest.
Bro, I paid for her attorney in Boston a few years ago. It's public info, dude. Like, how can you continue to mess up public info? It's so funny. It is funny. Oh, for the DV scam? You said years ago. I've had that info. Apparently, it's not right. So what info do you have? It doesn't say in court dockets who retains the Addie. No, but everyone else on the internet knows I paid for her attorney. Why don't you? Because I don't care about that. I just care that she was caught scammed.
You don't care about that? So that's the only thing you don't care about? You stalked this whole man's life. How do you not know that he paid for an attorney? How about this? If you have proof of Villain scamming, send it to me. Send it to me. And then I'll go to her and ask her for her proof, and I'll compare it. I don't know if you know this about me, but I go where the truth is. I don't choose sides. What's right is right. That's just the bottom line. So if you have proof, send it to me.
Where was all the money from her scamming? You're getting a lot wrong, but whatever. Do you, chick? I'm just telling you how far off you are, and stop posting me unless you're gonna pay me. Like the doctor that paid for the Mexico trip, but she ran a GoFundMe. I don't pay anyone. Take me to court. I'd love that. Give me an address. I have 3 for you.
You know what? You're such a good fucking researcher. Find the fucking address yourself. How about that? And the doctor who paid for the trip, you leave a lot out with that. Who is the doctor, boss lady? Who is that doctor? It's funny that you say a doctor, but you don't say who that doctor was, though. You should know, right? You should know. Because I see what you're doing here. Trying to make it look like some doctor. That could be a doctor she was dating. Could be her doctor that she goes see. Who is the doctor, boss lady? I think that context is kind of important, right?
Do your homework and figure it out. Or guess like you always do. Nope, I always post facts. But you don't, though. You don't. That's just a lie. Like Naps said, I don't know how Boss Lady knows, but she knows. Oh, you're going to milk that, huh? Can I ask you something? Seriously?
I'm just going to be honest. I think this is just such a bad look for you. It really is. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, I think this is the last one, but we'll see.
Why do you allow her to throw that jacket on you publicly as an abuser junkie? You allow her to do that and still love her? Can't relate, can you? You can't buy her love, John. What jacket? I did all those things she talks about, except I took responsibility and changed. Weird how that works, isn't it? You should try it. I don't know about buying her love, but I did just send her Dior shoes. There's the Dior shoes. She needs name brand shit to sit at home. Why are you okay with her dating someone else? What? Baby, shoebox bags for Dior are wider? Sorry, hon, try again. Wow. Tell me that you have not bought Dior without telling me you not bought Dior, girl. Okay, hold on. So are Marg and I together, or is she dating someone else, or is it an open relationship?
John clocked it right there. Just, you know what I'm saying? Because you contradict yourself. You do. Are they in a relationship? Is she dating somebody else? Are you going to answer that? I guess we'll find out, huh? And you know that Dior shoes come in different size boxes because there's different shoes, right? There's heels, wedges, pumps, mules, slides. And because there's different size boxes that the shoes go in, there's different size bags. I guess you didn't know that. And don't be mad. Don't be mad because she has somebody that will buy her name brand stuff. I know, another thing that you can't relate.
Sounds like a STD party to me, and you're footing the bill. Am I footing the bill, or am I missing my Benz payments? Help me out here. Repo Man's dream. Shaking my head. This is sad for you. I heard you like when the dentures are pulled out. Girl! Why did you take the car picture down on your Facebook?
Again, John's just hitting them. Because how does that work? He's footing the bill, but he can't pay his Benz? Oh, wait. Is it because he's footing the bill? That's why he can't pay his Benz? Is that what it is? Did I figure it out? And I'm sorry, but you lost me with this dentures shit. Like, this stuff is already weird enough, and you had to throw that in there. Are you good? Because to be honest, it don't seem like it to me.
Okay, so this is the end, and the last part just says, I shop a lot. I know what shoe boxes look like. Apparently not, because you don't even have to be a shopper to know that Dior shoes come in different sizes, which means the boxes have to come in different sizes, which means the bags have to be in different sizes to match whatever box them Dior shoes are in. Listen, I don't understand pretending to be something that you're not on the internet. I don't understand hating somebody so much that you do too much. I don't understand taking it off the app, because at that point, I feel like you're doing too much. It's the internet. You're never going to see these people in real life. You're not. These people are not affecting you in that type of way. And just in general, when stuff like this happens on this app between two people or groups of people, and you start asking questions and giving some pushback, all of a sudden it's like you have to choose a side. And I'm not doing that. I'm going to go where the proof is, what the truth is. That's just the bottom line. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't just cut people out of my life for making a mistake, for saying something wrong. I go to them and I talk to them, hear them out, give them advice and my opinion, and work it out. And I know, like, the internet is a little bit different, so you have to move it, a certain way. But things like morals and my friendships, and they're the same on and off this app. I don't know why that's so difficult for so many people. The internet is big enough for all of us to be on. But making stuff up or looking over proof, or nobody is perfect. And I don't understand why some people choose certain creators to hold up and think that they should do no wrong. I don't know. I guess I just look at things differently because I don't understand this.
But what I will say is people who genuinely are happy, like themselves, feel comfortable in their own skin, don't feel the need to do this. And I know that because I don't do it. And to be honest with you, even when I was miserable and didn't like myself very much, I still didn't do that because my misery does not like company. I don't want to hurt somebody in that type of way. Now, if somebody is doing shady shit on the internet, then absolutely call it out. But don't make shit up. Don't make shit up. And don't take it off the app. There's no need for that. If somebody is that shitty, their behavior will show it. And there will be enough proof to prove what you're saying. You shouldn't have to try this hard. So, thank you for watching and following along. I'll see you when I see it. Okay, I'm adding one last thing, I promise. Just because you have proof doesn't mean you should go run with it. You need to collect all the proof to compare. Gabby's a perfect example. She showed us her my chart, right? And for people who are not familiar with my charts or how to read one, somebody could take that and run with it and believe her, right? Pay attention to the proof, the people that are giving it to you, the things around that proof. If you're really trying to get to the truth, you'll be honest. So make sure you collect everything and compare. That's just my advice. You can take it or leave it.